Ask, is there anyone here who supports the Rwanda policy and who wants to speak up? Because we have a lot of Conservative voters here in the audience. Yes, the man at the back with it. Let's just get a microphone to you.
Are you suggesting that France is unsafe?
OK, hang on, I'm just asking, I mean, if there's no one here, then let's recognise that fact. Is there anyone here who supports the Rwanda policy? Yes, the man here. You do support it at the back. I don't want to take words from your mouth. OK, let's hear from the man in the glasses here.
I don't support the Rwanda policy as much, but I do agree with the guy when he says these people get into small boats. They've crossed several safe countries to get to France. Why do they not stay in other countries? There is no need to get into a small boat and risk your life.
OK, but just so I'm clear, because we're very careful how we select our audiences here, and I'm not trying to overstate the importance. This is not a YouGov poll. But what I'm seeing here is that even though we have more people who voted Conservative than for any other single party here, is there anyone here who supports sending people to Rwanda?
Good on you.
Yeah. Do you want to respond to that, Helen, and to what you've heard?
Now or after?
No, just do it now. I'll come to you in a moment, if you forgive me.
Yeah, there's a few things to pick up there.
And I just wonder what you think of the fact that there's no support in the audience for sending asylum seekers to Rwanda.
Well, I think on that specific point, it's because this is a very hard problem to solve. And I think most of us feel that we want to be welcoming people and understand that people have made hard and difficult journeys to try and come to the UK before they choose to get into a small boat. And though, yes, they're in France across several safe countries, but we know that they have started out from places where life is very hard. And I went a few years ago to the migrant camp known as the Jungle in Calais. I took a carload of donations, and I went with some other Conservative MPs, and we talked to the mainly young men who were in that camp and heard their stories. And I heard their hard stories and their reasons for so much wanting to come to the UK. And so, I heard those stories directly, but it doesn't mean that it's morally right to continue a situation where we have people risking their lives in small boats and paying people smugglers to do that. We have to do something different to deter that. And I actually haven't heard anything which is a real policy on that from Labour or from the SNP.
I'm happy to repeat it.
We know, we're working with France. We've got the deal with Albania. We're investing in the border. We're investing in other ways to do it. But we know that doesn't work. We know what we need to do is, on the one hand, deter people from coming here illegally, and then on the other hand, make sure that we have the safe routes. We've welcomed 500,000 people in recent years from other countries here through safe routes, whether that's, for instance, the many thousands of refugees who've come here from Ukraine. There may be people in the audience who are hosting Ukrainian families.
And just in terms of Rosanna's point about children, as I understand it, but correct me if I'm wrong, if you're under 18, you don't go to Rwanda.
Oh, right, yes.
So it's OK if you're 18 then? You fled war, you fled...
I'm just making the point that if you're a child, you don't go to Rwanda.
Any of these things are easy.
You're 18, well, that's OK.
I just don't think that any of these things are easy, but I think you have...
It's inhumane,
you have to make difficult... That is what being a government is about. It's about making difficult decisions.
And it's now unworkable.
11 billion if you want to talk about the economics.